good afternoon and morning. Race fans, welcome to Sonoma Raceway. And yes, we're thinking outside of the oval this week. We are in the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series garage for a little NASCAR.com GarageCam for you fans this morning and afternoon, depending on if you're on the left or the right coast. We're going to take you inside the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series garage for the next 30 minutes and show you guys some of your favorite cars that you want to see. Starting off here with this is one heck of a paint scheme. There's no way the spotters are going to miss this one going around the track. Tommy Dreese driving the number 66. Entry usually fielded by Joe Nemechek. He's going to be one of those road course ringers this weekend here at Sonoma Raceway. And here's the number 32 of another road course ringer, the 7-Eleven car. It's good to see 7-Eleven back here in the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series garage. Boris said, driving for Frank Stoddard this weekend. And the number 98 of Josh Wise. Drive for Phil Parsons Racing, live on GarageCam. So make sure, if you're watching live, you jump over into that interactive chat room on the left-hand or right side of your screen. See, we're going left and right. I can't even keep it straight. On the right side of your screen, and make sure you get your request in to Nick Duncan, who's going to send them over to me. And we're going to have some fun today on GarageCam. 23 different flavors of Dr. Pepper. Alex Bowman driving this car this weekend. One of the rookies here at Sonoma Raceway. This track NASCAR first came to in June of 1989 when Ricky Rudd won in a Buick. A Buick, folks. And some of these younger guys are going to have one heck of a time here at Sonoma Raceway, tackling the elevation changes, the hard braking. Reed Sorensen, a guy who's done it a couple times inside the cockpit. They are going to be working in those cockpits this weekend, fans. Shifting, braking. You're going to see some magical things if you watch the in-cars from around Sonoma Raceway. Here's David Reagan. Free fish and fries on June 28th. I don't know about my camera guy, but I'm pretty sure me, my audio guy, and him will be down for some free food on June 28th. It's usually a good bargain. Get them out here and work. Hey, we'll give you some free food. Crew's rolling the tires in to put them on. Get ready for the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series first practice session of today. They're going to have 2 sessions to get ready for qualifying tomorrow. And then get ready for 350 kilometers on Sunday afternoon. Crew working on Landon Castle's number 40, carsforsale.com. Dodging some tires here, folks. These garages they're big, but they're not big. Jim Wooddock. Hope I say your last name correct. You hope you can chat with David Gilliland, his hometown, Riverside, California. I don't see David Gilliland around yet. A bunch of the drivers are still showing up, but here is the number 38. Loves Ford, driven by David Gilliland this weekend. And right next door, the number 26 of Cole Witt. New sponsorship on this car for Cole Witt and this team. Now part of the BK Racing team, formerly with Swan earlier this season. Come back out, and this is a bright, beautiful, sunshiny day here in Sonoma, California. Weather is perfect. Summer starts tomorrow. Couldn't ask for anything better. Engines are roaring. Crew's getting ready to go and practice on this tricky, tricky road course. The number 7. Speaking of tricky road course, driver of this car, Michael Annette, in order to get some more experience, is going to be running the K&N West race here tomorrow afternoon. He, along with a few other Sprint Cup Series drivers, Kyle Larson, rookie Justin Allgaier, Ricky Stenhouse, Austin Dillon, all going to be Sprint Cup Series drivers. Speaking of Justin Allgaier, here is the number 51. H. Scott Motorsports Chevrolet, driven by rookie contender Justin Allgaier. Crew tuning up the engine before Justin gets in there and gets going. They're looking to get every bit of track time they can at this road course, because a win basically gets you in the chase now. A win here at Sonoma, which we've had some strange winners before, can lock you into the chase for the NASCAR Sprint Cup come September. Danica Patrick also looking for a win, maybe at one of these oddball racetracks that you wouldn't necessarily pick the 10 car, not because it's bad, but this could be potentially one of those tracks, or a Daytona coming up. So we're getting to a nice part of the schedule where almost anything can happen. There's another driver that's driving another green car too. We got green cars side by side. Danica Patrick and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Crew getting his car ready. Another driver who's gonna dip into the K&N West race tomorrow afternoon. Let's see who we have first in chat. We're about 5 minutes into the show, and I have not mentioned that. Our usual host, Matthew Dillner, would not be proud. First in chat, Casey Kane fan forever. You want to see Casey Kane, and you want to see Carl Edwards. Well, they're a little bit further down the garage, and we'll make sure that we stop by. Here is one of the picks that I'm going for this weekend. The driver of the number 41, Haas Automation Chevrolet for Stewart Haas Racing, Kurt Busch. He has won here before at Sonoma Raceway. And this team has been doing a lot of road course racing. Testing, I should say. And here's another guy who could be a dark horse going into this weekend. Last year's defending winner here at Sonoma, Martin Truex Jr. Last year doing it for Michael Waltrip Racing. This year, driving for Furniture Row. But this could be another one of those drivers that find their way to victory lane, become the David Reagan, if you would, of the chase for the NASCAR Sprint Cup. Here's Casey Mears, driver number 13, Geico Chevy. Germain Racing. Casey looking to have a good day here Sunday afternoon on the road course. And right next to him is a guy who has had plenty of good runs on the road courses lately. Driver of the number 9, the driver from down under, Marcus Ambrose, looking for his first win here at Sonoma Raceway. The only thing is the stats not necessarily in his favor. The last time a Ford went to victory lane here in the Toyota Save-Mart 350 was in 2002 when Ricky Rudd captured his second win at the track. But Marcus Ambrose, two-time winner at Watkins Glen, looking to get it done. And next door, I don't know if Chuck Busch is watching today, but this car is almost in honor of him. I don't know if he wants to eat more hot dogs, but our very own Chuck Busch in Pocono participated in a qualifier for the Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Contest. He didn't qualify, hence why he's not here doing it again in Sonoma. This is the second chance to get down to Coney Island. Joey Chestnut is here, though. We might have to find Joey Chestnut at some point this weekend and get him to analyze Chuck's hot dog eating content. Critique him. Because 8 hot dogs in 10 minutes, it's not very good. Here's another guy that a lot of people, I know NASCAR.com's Alan Cavana is really keeping an eye on the number 47 of AJ Allmendinger. Looking to grab that win for JTG, get himself into the chase for the NASCAR Sprint Cup. And here's the number 1, Cessna Chevy of Jamie McMurray. Crew tweaking on the car. Oh, we get a little reprieve, some silence. As much as you can get. McMurray, last year's pole winner here in Sonoma for this race, looking to have a strong run and get this team into the chase for the NASCAR Sprint Cup. Might come back and try to find Jamie McMurray here in a little bit. Here's Casey Kane, number 5, Hendrick Motorsports Chevrolet, being pushed into the garage. Casey Kane, obviously, there's Greg Biffle walking by. Stick with the bet. We're going to sign an autograph for some of the fans here at Sonoma Raceway. Greg Biffle looking for his first road course victory of his career. And there's Casey Kane's car again. Great Clips number 5. Casey Kane looking to, they've been saying the last couple weeks, stop the bleeding. It's been a rough year for this team compared to the other 3 Hendrick Motorsports cars. And they're just looking to stop the bleeding right now and have some good solid runs. Accomplished that last week and a couple weeks ago. And there's number 55, Brian Vickers, guy who was hurt last week in the points with his wreck on lap 1 at Michigan. dropped him from in the chase based on points to out looking in. This 55 team has run well here in the past at Sonoma, looking for another strong run. I just got a note in the tablet here as we're looking at Vicker's car. Charles Bush is challenging me to eat eight hot dogs in 10 minutes. I don't know if I want to be sick to my stomach for 3 hours afterwards. It doesn't sound like a lot of fun. And there's the number 3 of Austin Dillon, another guy that's going to be running this weekend in the K&N race, looking to gain some track time and gain some experience in order to get around this track. This track is tricky, folks. It's 12 turns, but the elevation changes here are what get you. At its highest point, going into turn 3A up the hill, it's 153 feet above sea level. Its lowest point, down by turn 9, is only 14 feet above sea level. Tony Stewart, look at this car, folks. Look at this car. If that doesn't scream America, I don't quite know what does. Tony Stewart, the Bass Pro Shops Mobile 1 on this car. And the red, white, and blue are awesome, but the blue is just, it's something else that you can't really explain it in a way. You know what, folks? I spied Jamie McMurray. We're going to go over here, and we got Greg Biffle and Jamie McMurray talking over here. We're going to go ahead and let's see what they're talking about. We're going to make our way back over to the number 1. Let's see if we can't grab Jamie McMurray here for a second. Cars everywhere over here. Cars everywhere, I tell you. Actually, we found Jamie McMurray. Last year's pole winner here at Sonoma. Looking to do it again for our Mobile 1 Auto Tech question of the week. As a driver for you, as it gets loud in here, as a driver for you, what do you put the most stress on a car? Is it the brakes getting down into turn 4, 7, 11? Is it going through the S's and the suspension? What kind of do you tax the car the most with at Sonoma?
I think it's a little bit of everything. Obviously the brakes you use at Sonoma, the rear end. The suspension, though, is probably what takes the biggest beating here because we hit so many curbs. And I've broken more than one front control, lower control arm here just from hitting the curbs as hard as we do.
And then for this weekend, what's going to be the key for you guys this weekend, especially with the no ride height rule in 2014, in order to keep the cars from hitting that left side on those curbs so much?
Yeah, that's going to be interesting. I know there's been a little talk about can we hit the curbs like we have in the past. I don't know until we get out there and we see what happens. I think all these teams have done a little bit of testing and haven't had a concern with that yet. So it'll be interesting when we get to see kind of how it all works out.
Awesome. Thank you, Jamie McMurray. Appreciate you stopping by for this week's Mobile 1 Auto Tech question of the week. And here's Jamie McMurray's car getting rolled in. We are halfway, folks, and we're halfway through the garages. So we're going to make our way down the rest of the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series garages here. Let's see what else we got going on in the chat room. Jim Lees, say hi to my homeboy Martin Truex Jr. We saw Martin Truex's car. You're able to catch him, hopefully. Alan E71, hi all here from the UK. Oh, there is Austin Dillon, walking toward his hauler, past Miss Sprint Cup Madison. We had a request for Tony Stewart in here. Let me see here. I take a quick pause here by the 16 car. Mike Smith, that's who it was. Mike Smith. May we see the number 14 Tracker Boat Chevy of Tony Stewart. Tony Stewart is not here yet, but his car is there, and it is awesome looking. We head a little further down. Here's Clint Boyer, former winner here at Sonoma Raceway. Driver of the number 15. And no, that is not the driver of the number 15. It's the driver of the number 16, who coincidentally is parked right next to each other. And actually, this is just a little bit off. We got the 15 car here. We've got the 16 car here. And then we got the 14. We just rearrange it a little bit. All of a sudden, all the numbers work out and the math works out. Clint Boyer, this could be a place where he and this MWR team could get back on track. They've been struggling a little bit this year. Greg Biffle talking to TNT reporter Marty Schneider. Going to move out of the way here as Biffle's car gets backed in. Greg Biffle also looking for his first road course victory. And there's Tony Stewart getting ready to walk into the garage toward his car. Let's go show you Tony Stewart for a minute. It's for Mike Smith before the 16 car gets backed in here. Tony Stewart is also riding. Look who we found. The Sprint Cup Madison Martin. She's going to go try to take a photo of Tony Stewart. Just going all the way back there. It looks like she's got it. Tony Stewart hoping to pilot this car to his third victory here at Sonoma Raceway. Tony Stewart right up there with Jeff Gordon in the all-time road course wins list. Of active drivers, Jeff Gordon has 9. This guy, smoked Tony Stewart's got 7 right behind him. Looking to make it number 8. Get this 14 team back into the chase. They've been having good runs lately. They've been slowly getting there and climbing back out of the hole. Tony climbing in. We're going to do a little chat with Greg Biffle. Tony Stewart with the elusive smile before he climbs in, the number 14 Chevy. It's gotten quiet here. Cars are starting to get backed in, which means these guys are going to get ready to go. We're going to keep making our way down the garage here. Show you a few more cars. This is an interesting one. Matthew, I will jump off my house if you show Carl Edwards. Well, you're going to have to stay on your roof for a little bit. We'll get down to Carl Edwards here, but it might take a minute. Here's the number 27. Last week's winner in the NASCAR Nationwide Series. Paul Menard. Richmond Menard's on this car. And next door is his RCR teammate, Ryan Newman. We've actually seen Ryan Newman talking back there to Kyle Busch. Dave Rogers joining in. Kyle Busch's crew making adjustments and changes to the car. Charles Huffman, you're new to GarageCam. Is this just once a week for 30 minutes? It's not necessarily once a week. We do a GarageCam for all 3 of NASCAR's premier series, the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series, Nationwide, and Sprint Cup. This week, our crews are here in Sonoma, California, so we've got Sprint Cup. But next week, you're going to see some trucks, some Nationwide, and some Cup Series GarageCam. Live all right here each week on NASCAR.com. Then there is the Pretzels Toyota, M&M Pretzels of Kyle Busch. Next door, another Stewart Haas car. Man, these guys are bringing out the red, white, and blue. The Folds of Honor, Outback Chevrolet, Kevin Harvick. Actually, I'm going to bring camera guy over here for a minute. Get a look at this helmet, fans. One of the coolest designs on a helmet we've seen in a little while. Crew making some final adjustments. Apologize if it's a little windy here in Sonoma. Tigra, I love that Outback Folds of Honor number 4 Chevy. Well, there you go. And there is Kevin Harvick out behind the back of the car, talking with Matt Yoakum. TJ Starlin, first time in here. Well, welcome to GarageCam. We're glad we can have you. Hope you're enjoying yourself. Kevin Harvick looking at some photos. Next door, another rookie. Another guy looking to gain more track time. The 42, Kyle Larson, has had an impressive rookie campaign so far this season. running well in the Nationwide Series, running well in anything that he drives. We will see tomorrow afternoon how he's going to run in the K&N West race here at Sonoma Raceway. Right next door to Kyle Larson is the number 22 of Joey Logano, two-time winner so far this season at Texas and Richmond. This number 22 team went to victory lane for Penske a couple of years back with Kurt Busch behind the wheel. Joey Logano looking to continue that trend for them. So we keep moving down. Here's number 11 of Denny Hamlin, winner this year at Talladega, looking to spoil the surprise winners party, capturing his second win hopefully this weekend here at Sonoma Raceway. There's this tension in the air. You can feel it. If you're here in the garage, it's all quiet, nothing but generators running, a few of them if that. The cars are all parked backwards in their garage stalls. Drivers are strapping their helmets in. Crews aren't talking to them. The drivers aren't saying much. There's Carl Edwards. Getting ready to jump into his Aflac Ford Fusion here. Carl looking for his first road course victory. He's got one at Road America where the NASCAR Nationwide Series is actually running this weekend. Strapping in. Getting ready to climb in the car. Let's see if we can't talk to Carl here in a minute. Carl's always friendly to us on NASCAR.com GarageCam. Get in here and see if we can't. Waiting for you to climb in before we jumped in and intruded. Carl Edwards live on GarageCam.
I'm excited to be here. This place is fun. This will be a good time. The first couple laps here are always tough because it's so different than what we normally do. The hills are big and you're spinning the tires and hitting the curbs. But I was just telling my guys, this is a blast. So glad to be out here. Hopefully we have a good race.
Now, when you come up that hill and you go toward turn 4, I've done a pace car ride here. You literally can't see anything. What is that feeling like in a car going as fast as you are going over a blind hill?
You crest that hill. Boris said was the one who came out here and helped me first. And he said you have to pick something all over the hill, you know, like the top of the hill. There's some grandstands back there. You have to pick a point and kind of just drive towards, even though you can't see the road. And it is pretty interesting. And it takes a long time to feel really comfortable. But it's a cool place, man. It's really fun. This is something that growing up in Central Missouri racing dirt cars, I never thought I'd get to do, so I always look forward to it.
All right, well, we're going to let Carl Edwards get to it. Get ready to go for practice. Appreciate you taking the time out on GarageCam. Literally pick a point on the hill and drive toward it. Makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? Brad Keselowski. New colors on the number 2 Alliance Truck Parts Penske Ford for Brad Keselowski this weekend. Strapping the helmet on, getting ready to strap in. We're about 5 minutes away from the whistle blowing. I don't know where the guy is. The official's out here somewhere. When the whistle starts to blow, these guys are going to pull out. These drivers are going to get ready to tackle some left and right turns. Thinking outside the oval, as Sonoma Raceway would say. See who else we got in the chat room here. I'm wondering if we need to get a follow-up from Matthew, if he jumped off of his house into a pool or something like that, because we did talk to Carl Edwards. Whatever you do, just do something safe and smart. We don't condone doing crazy things. And there is Dale Earnhardt Jr. Kelly Blue Book on the car this weekend, strapping in those awesome skeleton gloves. This is going to be a cool place to watch Dale Jr. up close with those gloves, because you're going to see his hands going left and right as he climbs up these hills and snakes his way through the S's here at Sonoma. Crew's strapping him in. New colors for Dale Jr. this week. GarageCam is going to finish up with a Hendrick Motorsports trio. There is defending sorry about that. Air got a little dry. There is the 48 of Jimmy Johnson. Last week winning in the black low scheme at Michigan, finally snapping that streak at Michigan. Back to the white, and here's a new scheme for Jeff Gordon. Driver in the number 24, the all-time leading road course winner in NASCAR history, folks. History. Nobody else has won more than Jeff Gordon with 9 victories on the road courses. This week sporting new Panasonic colors on the 24. Keeping an eye out for the blue car going around Sonoma Raceway. Tough book on the side. Jeff Gordon and Alan Gustafson, they've got 1 win already this year. They know how good they are on these road courses, looking to get another. Finished second last year here to Martin Truex Jr. This could be another weekend for the number 24 team. Looking to make it 6 straight Hendrick Motorsports victories this season, which would tie the all-time record of 6 straight when Hendrick Motorsports did it back in 2007. And that's all the cars, folks. Drivers are in their cars, strapped in, gloves are going on. Some drivers are in their cars. We're just waiting for him to fire up. Jimmy Johnson all stealth-like in there. Visor down. Head pointed forward. Getting ready to go. It's that quiet, eeriness I was explaining. You're just kind of waiting for the official to blow the whistle, and we're going to show you all these cars rolling out. Getting ready to practice the first of 2 sessions again for the Sprint Cup Series this afternoon. They'll qualify tomorrow, and then they'll race for 110 laps, 350 kilometers around Sonoma Raceway to see if we're going to get a repeat winner. The official just walked by me, giving the signal, waving his finger, and we're getting ready to have these cars fired up and roll out. Jimmy Johnson, you're going to be the first car. You're 6-time defending champion and 3-time winner this season. Followed by Dale Earnhardt Jr. Matt Kenseth, Brad Keselowski, still got some stuff on the hood. Let's go ahead and follow these guys down here as they're all pulling out. Carl Edwards pulling out, putting his gloves on one last time. Looking down here, next stop is going to be Denny Hamlin rolling out of his garage. Kyle Larson, Kevin Harvick coming up behind them. Ryan Newman, all looking for road course success. Only do this twice a year. 2 opportunities to get a road course victory, potentially even more solidify yourself into the chase for the NASCAR Sprint Cup come Chicagoland. Clint Boyer rolling by, Greg Biffle rolling by. Here comes that awesome looking 14 car, Tony Stewart, the great colors on it. Austin Dillon's number 3. 3 is a previous winner here at Sonoma Raceway. Casey Kane rolling by. We got a few more cars coming by for you guys. And we're going to go ahead and have you turn on Fox Sports 1 and watch a little practice here from Sonoma Raceway. Make sure you stay on NASCAR.com all weekend long. Going to have Race Center for you on Sunday morning. Going to have Out Front with Miss Coors Light. If you missed the live show and you're watching the replay, catch the replay here on NASCAR.com. Also, the NASCAR Nationwide Series running their road course event this weekend up at Road America. For everyone here at NASCAR.com, we'll see you next time.